Hey, this is Justin Case from American Newscape, joining our friend and the original American mentor, Jerry Maldonado, back for this week's installment of American Mentoring. Hello, Jerry. Welcome back to American Newscape.
Meatballs on parade. It's Monday. It's the Monday meatball session, man. Guys, how are you? Happy New Year to all of you.
Yeah, Happy New Year, all, and it is Meatballs or Us. But that being said, Jerry, we're going to talk about embracing reflections today, and I think that's a great topic. So why don't you take it away?
Yeah, people have this trait about, and I was thinking about this New Year's, man, because I was doing my New Year's Day show via Facebook Live. Reflection to me is every day living the way you want to live, thinking the way you want to think, and being who you want to be. And people have this, it's been marketed as a one day thing, like a New Year's, like a resolution, man. I mean, growing up with resolutions did absolutely nothing for me. It was doing the daily reflection of self that literally changed it. And you saw it with me for the decade that I went through. It was learning the process of a daily reflection of where you want to go. It's conscious thinking.
Well, I agree. And, you talk about reflections, and, I find reflections important where I can reflect on what I've accomplished. And I can
Yeah.
build and lay that as a foundation of how I want to build today. If I have to look back at tomorrow, I want to look back at it as positively as possible.
I love the fact that people take reflection in certain ways. I love it. I love it because to me, here. Let me break it down because you guys, me, Mr. Word Guy. And, reflect. There's two parts to the equation with reflect and reflection. Reflect is what you see on a constant basis, the verb sense of it, and reflection is the noun. It's the outcome of that. So what you constantly reflect on, what you see in that life's mirror, you get a reflection of self, that perspective of self. And if you focus on that continuously, that's going to be your outcome, your circumstances, your energy that you're giving off every day. And that kind of dilutes the word hustle out of the equation because you have to be that on the inside. You have to reflect and create the reflection of yourself on the inside to project outside, hence the hustle and grind, as they say, every single day. But reflection is an awesome way of you living that self every single day and not doing it like a New Year's Eve, man. I mean, perhaps I don't know. To me, holidays to me are awesome because it's great, but at the same time, if you live in the holiday every day or of your choice, New Year's, Christmas, whatever it might be, on a mental sense, life is going to respond. It's awesome because you don't got to reflect anymore. You just got to be that holiday and use that as an anchor in your thinking. Go ahead, Coop.
Well, you know how I use reflection. It's that old theory of that face in the mirror, and I'm really guilty of this more than anybody. I don't check my hair in the mirror. I check myself in the mirror. Am I ready for today?
Bingo. Yep.
And it's living up to that expectation that I have of myself. So that face in the mirror is important because I answer to myself, and in reality, only myself.
You brought up a great point as you always do, Mr. Meatball Trigger, man. You're awesome. I'm like that. Every day we look in the mirror, it could be a solid picture of self, or the majority look at life through a broken mirror, and all those little pieces of where we've been. We're always dwelling on that as we're speaking before the broadcast. It's how you look at that mirror every day, your perception of self, and I say it repetitively. That perception is your direction. It's your thought of yourself. And yeah, you're right. The facade. But if you open the meat suit, we're 7 billion or 70 billion neurons of energy, man. And you can direct that energy with your perception of life, that picture that you see of self. Because when you reflect on that every day, you create the verb sense, and then you go to reflection, the noun. Hence, meditating every day. Meditation. You don't need a pillow or a blanket, man, to lay down anymore. Go to the shaman monks. These guys, yes, they meditate. They do their rituals every day, and meditation's great. It's just a different perspective of reflection. And the more you live in that meditation, that's why you see them walking with their hands folded. They're in a constant state of reflection, meditation about life itself. It's the same thing. And it's great because you don't need the sunrise to do it anymore, man. You can use that reflection of self on a constant basis, but you got to remind yourself on a constant basis.
Those aren't the same monks that whip themselves with grape leaves, are they?
I don't know. All I know is they wear some red thing, man, and they walk around all day with sandals. But it's a great example of conscious living, man. Not that I would choose that; it's not my forte. But whatever people believe in, I respect them. Like, go for it. If it gives you peace, man. If you pray to a watermelon, I don't care. But as long as it brings you peace, your form of meditation is your daily conscious focus on what you're thinking about. So you don't have to do it for 5 minutes. Here, wait, I got a thing here for you, man. Wait, hold on one
Okay.
second. Do you realize every day, and you probably notice because you're a deep thinker, like myself. Well, we all are. I stand corrected. But we have 60 to 70,000 thoughts in a day. In a day, it's not that one shot in the mirror, man. It's 60 to 70 thoughts. It's thousand thoughts in a day. Now demand that with 86,400 seconds in a day, and then you calculate 1,440 minutes in a day. What are you thinking about, man? This is great because you get to choose in all that time of what you want to be, direct, have, enjoy. But the majority of us use one day to do it, man. A New Year's Day, let's go write stuff on paper, man. No, it's a daily conscious thought, and you can change everything, man. It's awesome. Go ahead, man.
Well, it's like, that the old cliche: resolve this to be the first day of the rest of your life, and we should all be building. We should all be building. We should all be laying that platform or that foundation to try and make today the best possible day that it can be.
Indeed, you're right. And every thought is a brick to that foundation.
Well,
And granted, it may sound complex. It's not. It's not. It's a habit you got to just reinstall. And how you do that with your daily reflection of self and how you perceive yourself, and to kind of expunge what you don't need around you on a physical sense, a mental sense, and a spiritual sense, whatever it might be, to bring you that peace. Because this is what I love what I do, because all I'm doing is sharing information that's already out there that you don't hear about, and you really don't. You go on, like I love doing the reels every day, and a couple 3 million reels are funnies, but maybe 1,000 are on thought process, and you see where people's direction of thought is, but their life is a mess. And I want to have a platform along with you, with just showing people that you can be that anytime you want. You just got to turn it into however mood you want it to be, and keep reflecting on that all the time. And life wraps around you. It's awesome because that law of attraction 101 kicks into gear. Go ahead, man.
well, it does. It does. It's and I don't want to become Mr. Cliche, but you do reap what you sow, and what what you're drawn to will be attracted back to you. So trying to be positive, even what strikes me, Jerry, is even for somebody that's in a terminal situation going through hospice, did they have the chance to tell their relatives that they love them today? Did they have their chance to tell their children, their parents, their loved ones that they indeed loved them and appreciated them? And maybe that's the greatest thing they can be in that moment of time. But even that can be really, really positive for them.
Yeah, I mean, to bring back the equation of a basic day, you got 1,440 minutes to say I love you to somebody, anytime in that duration. 86,400 seconds to pick up your phone and create a text to somebody. But the majority of us choose to live otherwise, to live in fear, live in anxiety, live on where you've been instead of where you're going. And this is great because when you start understanding all those thoughts that we give out every day, you realize what you're meditating on, hence reflecting. And meditation is Latin for to ponder. So what you're pondering on every day is a reflection of your life, whether you're living in lack, abundance, love, peace. And it's a great perspective to understand that we do have time. We really do. But how we use it is up to us. And it's a great second thought for people to realize that you have the choice to say I love you. You have the choice to be this. You have the choice to do that. We have free will to choose. Every day is a new canvas to paint on. What color are you going to paint today, man?
Well, yeah, optimizing those options and optimizing our time. And how much time did I waste today making moronic comments on social media?
Yeah, like meatballs, man.
Yeah, meatballs. Yeah, be living up to that persona.
Woo!
Meatballs 101.
I love the fact that I love the pomp and circumstance when it comes to all these holidays. We got like 12 federal holidays, another 20 that aren't federal, but we do them anyway. I realized a long time ago. I just picked a holiday to live in every day, like New Year's, the association of a new beginning, a new life, and it's a great way. If people want to live in that Christmas holiday of giving, that's great. You want to live in Valentine's, that's living in love. That's great. You're going to attract all that in your life. And if you use that as the foundation, like we were saying, that as a thought, that feeling, life is great, man. It really starts to conspire with you to bring what you want. And it's a great foundation to understand by picking a simple holiday that you love, that you get ready for all the time, like we spoke of last week, but living in that every day. And people don't do that. You say optimize. I get it. Every day is not like roses, man. We all have bad days. That's fine. But use the art of reflection to either wound you or treat it as wisdom.
Well, yeah, and for us people longer in the tooth, every day is an e-ride. Make it a e-ride you enjoy because it's going to be an e-ride one way or another.
You're right. You're right. It's called the process. Process is a noun, a natural phenomenon marked by gradual changes. That's basically life itself. It's a process of natural changes by the energy you send out every day. And when you who mentioned it? Nikolai Tesla. When you understand the universe, you understand frequency. And coming from a man who hundreds of years before our time literally developed all these things that we now enjoy today, he understood the power of energy and frequency. And what you dwell on, you bring upon. So what are you dwelling on? What are you reflecting on every day? What's your reflection of self that you send out every morning or every night when you go to bed to marinate in those thoughts that you carried for the whole day? And again, like I said, free will to choose. This is what the man upstairs sent down to us, man. He goes, here's your life. Go ahead, have fun, man. But the problem is you got to figure it out. And this is the problem where people don't want to get into that deep thinking. They don't want. They're afraid of the future. I get it. I lived in it, man. I used to look out a little motel room window and say, "Wow, this is it." No, it was a change of thought, a change of perspective, a change of self that really changed everything for me.
Well, Jerry, give us a couple tools as we are getting ready to call it a day, to lay down, to help put our minds at rest and to help program tomorrow as a positive day.
You hit it. You hit the note on that one. As I mentioned previously, what's your favorite holiday, man? I'm not asking you, Justin. What's your favorite holiday and live in that? Use that as your foundation, not one day a year, man. You've got 364 days to play with as well. Don't live in that one day. Live in it as your life, that feeling, like I mentioned with New Year's, you got that feeling of a new beginning. Every day's a new beginning. When you get to that point, you realize how simple it is by adjusting how you think of life. You want to live in, certain people choose certain holidays to really they spend half the year getting ready for it. When if you lived in it every day, it would come about in the most amazing way. So pick your poison or pick your passion, whatever you want to do in life, and reflect on that every single day, however it may be. You don't have to meditate to the sunrise anymore, man. You can get rid of that. Don't get me wrong. I love people who meditate. That's great, but you're already doing it now. With your deep thoughts, you're pondering every thought that you're doing every day. You're already in reflection. What you choose to see is up to you.
There you go. Hey, Jerry, I think this was a great topic, and I think this is a good moment in time. I would ask you to leave us with one parting shot, and
One parting,
yeah, yeah,
sorry,
yeah. No, give me that meatball shot.
the meatball shot is I'm going to be repetitive tonight. When people said they don't have time, okay, fine. Remember the 1,440 minutes in the day, man. Perhaps you'll ponder your words and the 86,000 seconds that we are gifted with every day. When you realize life is a gift, you realize how much time you have because you're not worrying about the other stuff that takes away your time. Your priority is making the best of yourself to send out every single day. And when you prioritize what you want to bring to life, life is going to wrap right around it, man.
Beautiful, beautiful. Hey, everybody. This has been Justin Case and Jerry Maldonado bringing you American Mentoring. Thanks for joining us. Remember, additional information and links are provided in this video's Read More. Today is the day to subscribe to this channel. Please check out American Mentoring Radio and Jerry Maldonado.